Today, Precarious plays
Metroid Prime 3, Corruption. Ah, that was so disappointing. I can just, like, barely tap the edge. Oh, I pushed it to jump. I pushed it. I think I was, like, riding this lip. Mm-hmm. Man, I don't know. There's something that feels off. I don't know if, like, the level designer was having some problems.
Could it have to do with the Wii motion controls? Because this was the only one that was developed with the Wii motion controls, like, in mind, right?
Yeah, but that...
I mean, it's not a good excuse, but it
well,
could...
it's a strange thing to consider because we played the whole... We played the Prime Trilogy version of all three for the show.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a second. Did I? Okay.
Ooh.
Nothing.
Oh no, I hiccuped. I hope it's the only one.
It won't be.
Shh. Don't.
You're going to hiccup, and it will kill you, and you will die.
No. I won't. It won't.
Does existential dread work, or does it have to be a jump scare?
I think mechanically it's supposed to be a jump scare because it makes muscles do things. I think that's why the scare is.
I see.
I have yet to find a method that helps get rid of them.
Yeah.
And it's just, I follow instructions. I've tried all of the things. I remember one time I scared you so bad that you're still scared.
It's all it takes now.
Now I just have to mention, hey. I just look at you sideways and you're like, never mind.
Hiccups are gone. Yeah.
They didn't want to be here anyways. It's okay.
Get out of here. Run away.
What
Hiccup,
did I do?
Save yourselves.
Did I bark in your face?
I think
was that it?
like a
like
scary
2 inches away from your face, like a bark.
Yeah.
I don't even remember like when I did that at this point, but I remember your reaction was like I saw your soul leave your body. It just disappeared into the ether, and when you come back you didn't have hiccups anymore. I try not to laugh at others' pain, but that one was funny. That one was so, like, I scared myself too, so I feel like I'm allowed to laugh a little bit. I scared myself at how much I was able to scare you. And ever since that happened, I'm like, I'm never doing that again. That was so mean.
So anyway, I think if the screw attack were recast as a mid-air dash, and over the course of the game, like they could give you like the minor version early on, right? Where it's like, boom, and you can dash in one direction, right? Mm-hmm. So you could go backwards with it, go wow, pew, and zap around, zap around with your, with your, like your, you know what? It could just be, they could probably draw an inspiration from the boost ball. Mm-hmm. But you're not. It could be like the boost drive, right? And then veteran players would be like, this feels very screw attack-esque, and people would just know, like they could have similar, the power-up icon could be similar, right? Mm-hmm. Like the little lightning bolt. They could share that kind of visual motif. And the thing that they could do is then you could get like a superior version later in the game that lets you like chain them, like a number of them, or if they built the game around it, maybe it's like there are environments where you can just do it forever. That could be fun. Huh.
Yeah, remember that one room where you can just morph ball bounce for like 5 stories?
It's not springing to mind.
It's in Zero Mission. And it's one of the few zones with like open sky.
Yeah. And you know what? They also like there's a ceiling. There's a ceiling to it, and it's just like, nah, the game doesn't go past here. Come on, guys. We're not made of money.
Yeah, but it was cool to like it was fun.
Yeah, I'm just saying that they could do that same thing, I think, and they could just if they made the playable space large enough that most players wouldn't be upset about it, I think that would be fine. Did I actually go through this green pipe? I
don't know. I have to tell you, this game's environments have been the least memorable for me.
There's something that I want to check. I think I just found another animation for the Morph Ball to humanoid. Oh, hold on. Let me see if it's sort of dependent on the direction. Okay. Here we go. Yes! Oh, that was rad!
Double flip.
Yeah!
You did the twisties.
That was on me. I was trying to ignore them to be as a kindness, and I should have been cruel. I earned the pet. See, it's like they got some details right, but then I feel like some of the bigger stuff, there were some mishaps, you know?
Yeah. I mean, earlier when we were trying to figure out what planet we needed to be on and not like having to load up the map to figure out where you were.
Oh yeah, so whenever you go from planet to planet, you don't get this map, which is the far more recognizable one, where it's like, oh yeah, this place with the isolated platforms and the sky rails that run between them. You have to judge it based on that, like, this map, I think. I don't think that there's a way to drill down further unless you go to the planet, which incurs like a cutscene and a loading screen. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay.
Whoa. Can you even imagine this without the Morph Ball?
Yeah, it's just, you know.
It's really boring.
Well, it's not really boring, but it's definitely more boring. There are a lot of really compelling scenarios. Honestly, now that I have a better sense of the scale of the Morph Ball, looking back, it feels like it feels a little silly. I wish that the Morph Ball were like, because you have all of these almost perfectly Morph Ball sized tunnels just around the galaxy.
Yeah.
And you can maybe say like, oh, well, it's because it's all built. The Chozo all use the metric system, you know, and they're the architects of this world.
They're always.
Oh, do I have to? Is this like a? Oh, hang on.
I have to mention the fact that
this is like a super long-range cannon.
It reminds me of the Jeffries tubes.
Yeah.
In Star Trek, where like there's just like a prevalence of maintenance hatches that you're supposed to crawl through.
Well, that one makes sense because those are all like it is a military naval construction standard. You know, I think it's a little strange that this is what I would have liked, right? This is my dream scenario. If there were a wider, like, tubes and canyons and things that were still too small for humanoid Samus to maneuver through. But then if the Morph Ball were like a third to a half its current height. If it were like soccer ball, I always imagined the Morph Ball as being like soccer ball size.
Oh.
Not like the beach ball that it actually is, you know? And I think that maybe a little smaller than a soccer ball. Or a little bigger, sorry. A little bigger than a soccer ball. Anyway, the point is, it feels a little too perfect a lot of the time. Like you have all of these tubes that are just right.
Yeah.
And I think that there should be a wider variety of tubes and tube-like environments, like little like bumpy, rocky canyons and stuff like that. Tree hollows and what have you. And then there should be like a little more space on some of them, because I do feel like it's pretty consistently like that height of like almost exactly the Morph Ball plus enough room that you can kind of wiggle side to side. Although now that I think about it, I do remember some like square tunnels in the franchise.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm just misremembering. Maybe there's a wider variety of Morph Ball passageways than I'm remembering.